So what if the fate of the world didn't come down to spies or soldiers, but a simple sequence of numbers? That's the wild idea at the heart of the story concept we're breaking down today. It's this fantastic collision of mathematics, a little bit of magic, and a full-on high-stakes thriller.
Now, you look at this, and to most of us, right, it just looks like, I don't know, a random string of numbers, maybe a phone number you forgot to save. But in the world of this story, yeah, nothing is random, not a single digit. This sequence, it's a key. It's a coded message, and it's the very first step into a puzzle that gets really, really dangerous.
And that's the big question, isn't it? What if all that stuff about numerology wasn't just some old superstition? What if it was a real, hidden language? A language that, depending on who's using it, could either be the key to saving the world or the very thing that plunges it into total chaos.
Okay, so where does a puzzle like this even begin? Well, you know how it goes. Like any great mystery, it all starts with the one person who's got to solve it. And trust me, this story gives us a hero who is, well, he's a master solver, and probably unlike anyone you've ever seen before.
So, this is our guy Elijah. His entire world is just elegant logic and numbers. I mean, he's this quiet genius, totally obsessed with these ancient mathematical puzzles. But of course, that quiet life is about to get completely shattered. A mysterious package shows up at his door, and inside, well, it's the start of a conspiracy that's going to yank him right out of his comfort zone and into a world he had no idea even existed.
Now, what's so interesting here is the main concept that Elijah is an expert in, the magic square. It's a really fascinating mathematical puzzle. It's basically a grid of numbers where you arrange them just right so that every single row, every column, and, yep, even the two main diagonals, they all add up to the exact same number.
So for a guy like Elijah, who is a master of patterns, that string of digits we saw earlier, it's not just random numbers. No way. He sees the structure almost instantly. To him, it's a blueprint. He just takes those 9 numbers and, in order, plugs them into a 3x3 grid.
And this is where the magic happens. I mean, just look at this. The top row adds up to 18. The middle column, also 18. Even the diagonal, running from the top left all the way down to the bottom right, it's 18. Every single line adds up perfectly. You see? This isn't a coincidence. It's a deliberate, hidden design. So everything is pointing to this one number, 18. Now, in a normal math class, it's just a sum, right? No big deal. But in the world of this story, numbers have weight. They have these deeper, secret meanings.
And this is the first real clue. Because in numerology, the number 18 is tied to the concept of life. And just like that, this stops being a clever math problem for Elijah. The puzzle itself is screaming at him that the stakes are, quite literally, life and death.
So, okay, if the puzzle is about life, then the next question is, who's threatening it? I mean, every hero needs a villain, right? And that little magic square just handed Elijah the key. A key that's about to unlock the door to a very powerful and very dangerous secret organization. They go by one name, the Circle. And they're this shadowy, brilliant group of people who are absolutely convinced that, with the right calculations, they can do more than just predict the future. They believe they can actually write it.
And the truly terrifying part? The Circle is using the exact same kind of numerical magic that Elijah just uncovered, but for way, way more sinister reasons. See, they're not solving puzzles, they're creating them. They're manipulating events on a global scale, all to engineer some kind of crisis that helps them out. And if anyone gets in their way, they're just removed.
So this sets up a really fascinating conflict, because it's not about explosions and car chases. It's a battle of wits. On one side, you've got Elijah, the decoder, right? He uses numbers to find meaning, to uncover the truth. And on the other side, you have the Circle, the manipulators, who use those same numbers to create chaos and force their own version of destiny on the world.
Okay, so we've got our hero, we've got our villains, the whole board is set. And the story just becomes this frantic race against time. Elijah has to decode this quest that's been laid out in front of him, and every single clue is hidden somewhere in a deck of cards and the pure logic of numbers.
The whole plot unfolds like one of those intricate puzzle boxes. That first magic square, it leads Elon to a clue. That clue reveals a location, and at that location, he finds a super important ally, a hacker named Sarah. But, of course, the closer they get to the truth, the harder the Circle pushes back. Agents start showing up, making it clear this is a real life-or-death situation. Every single clue they solve just cranks up the danger, pushing them towards one final, desperate confrontation.
So that's the basic story. But let's take a step back for a second and look at how this story is built. What are the magic ingredients, What makes a concept like this so cool and so compelling? It's honestly a brilliant mix of ideas. You've got these magic squares that act as literal keys to unlock the next step. You've got playing cards that are basically a symbolic map for the whole mystery. You've got numerology acting as the secret language. And you take all of that and you wrap it up inside the engine of a classic, high-stakes, save-the-world thriller. And this, to me, is the most important takeaway. It's a story that makes intelligence the ultimate superpower. The hero's greatest weapon isn't a gun or his fists, it's his mind. The entire conflict is just a massive battle of logic and deduction, and it proves you can build an absolutely gripping thriller on a foundation of pure brain power. And it all leaves us with this one really fascinating question to chew on, right? The Circle believes you can use numbers to control destiny. Eli uses them to uncover a truth that's already out there. And it really makes you wonder, in our own world, which is just full of algorithms and big data, are we just decoding the future? Or are we the ones who are actively writing it?